Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Masters Terran Player. I'm Misery, and this is a series where we look over some replays and go over mindset, what my thought process is, why I do the things that I do, and what I could have done better. Today we're looking at Protoss, Terran versus Protoss. Now, there's a lot of things I can do better against Protoss. A lot of things I can do to fix my mindset against Protoss. And this game is going to be a loss because we wanted to go over 3 wins, 3 losses. This is week 2 of the losses. And next week, or this Friday, we'll be looking at a Terran versus Zerg game. So I got to find a good Terran versus Zerg loss to show you guys, to go over kind of how I keep myself from a negative mindset after some of these games. I guess that's what we'll mainly focus on, that and what we could do better against these players when we lose. So everything's pretty normal up until we start doing the mine drop, I think. So just your normal barracks and then gas, and then just have an SCV scout coming across. This is a little bit early. Ideally, you want to scout, I think, around the 20 or around the 18 supply mark, not the 17, 18 or 19, I think is the more optimal way. You can still scout the pylon and the timing of the nexus. So that's everything we've seen so far is perfect. I haven't seen anything that's really it's gonna catch me off guard. There's no weird pylon placement. There's everything's on time as far as the nexus came in before the cybernetics core. He's gonna chrono out an adept, which is normal. I'm gonna get my reaper across the map and try to keep the adept over on that side of the map. And then at home, I'm gonna start my factory, a marine. After the marine's done, a reactor and a bunker and my second gas. So everything's coming up pretty crisply. I'm missing, this guy should have rallied back for the second gas, but we're playing around with the reaper right now, trying to scout as much as I can. This is pretty nice that he didn't have that fully walled off, so I'm able to get the scout that it is indeed a Stargate. So now we can prepare for that. It's a good thing, if you can ever always see that tech, that's almost like the first mini victory for Terran against Protoss. If you can see that first tech choice, whether it's Twilight, Robo, or a Stargate, it makes the rest of the game a lot easier for you. You won't be trying to think of, oh no, is it going to be DT? Is it going to be a Warp Prism in my base really early? Is it going to be an Oracle? Is it going to be a proxy? No, it's not going to be any of those things, because I saw that is the Stargate, and he's actually going to go Phoenix. So that's usually the response I get when I see when a player sees that I scout the Stargate. They typically will go for Phoenix instead of the Oracle, because all it's going to take is one middle mine in each mineral line, and the Oracle will do absolutely nothing until it tries to maybe put those stasis traps down, maybe. But the Oracle becomes pretty useless if it's scouted. So because it's scouted, because we're going for a mine drop, it's smart for him to go for Phoenix. That'll shut down the mine drop. It's also smart for, it's good for me to see that, and I can put, like I said, put the widow mines down and just kind of be safe. So the Reaper gets in, sees the Phoenix, awesome. Also see the additional gateway timing, so it's pretty good for me up until this point. We just got to not fly into a pack of Phoenix with our widow mine drop. I'm still thinking, I'm in a good spot, but I'm always thinking of what I should do now instead. When I see Phoenix, this is something that I should kind of account for now. He's going Phoenix. Do I really want to go for the widow mine drop? I've got my third base started. He's got his started on the same time. If I got everything started as far as my econ around the same time as him, and we're only 6 workers behind, that's not a huge deal. Do I still want to do the widow mine drop? Probably not. I didn't do it. It looks like I didn't do it this game. I think I stayed home instead and decided just to try and macro up really hard. So maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. Something maybe you guys can give me some feedback on, but I don't know if I should stay at home or go out with the widow mine drop. But this is kind of crappy. We let this adept in. He gets to see everything. He's not going to get a whole lot done, it looks like. Yeah. The widow mine at home. There we go. Saved everything. So what's our opponent doing? He is getting a Robo. So it looks like it will be Phoenix Colossus. It's around this time that I should be scanning to see what his additional tech is and to see what his gas count is at his natural. Because I didn't move out with the mine drop, I didn't get to see the gas count at the natural. So that's something I really need to know. You know, if there's no gas here, you know, it's going to be lots of gateways. If there's gas here, it's going to be pretty tech heavy, which, you know, we know it is just because we're in a replay. And he's going to harass with these Phoenix, as he should. You know, he gets a Widow Mine. All I do is really bruise one Phoenix. And I have to pull the workers away. So that's a smart play from him. But we got our double upgrades going. And it's looking pretty okay for us up until this point. We're not really... Well, I guess we're really behind in workers now. We're 20 workers behind, even though... Have we lost any workers this game? We've lost 2 workers. So he's been chronoing workers really hard. And, you know, because I didn't do the Widow Mine drop, this is what happens when you don't do the Widow Mine drop or do any harassment to the Protoss whatsoever. He gets to like 70 workers when you're at 45. So that's... We gotta be able to harass. Maybe I answered my own question and I should just be doing that Widow Mine drop and waiting for him to show the Phoenix somewhere before doing it. Just having the drop kind of hover around somewhere where it's not going to be seen. And then as soon as I see the Phoenix on my side of the map, I go for it. That's probably the play. So that's something maybe I could have done better this game already without really looking too hard at any future engagements here. Our third base is going to get saturated a little bit later than our opponents because we don't have Chrono Boost. He's already at 3 base full saturation, getting upgrades, Charge, and Colossus. So it's going to be Phoenix Colossus from our opponent. Whenever you... And again, I should be scanning around now 7 minutes because I'm not doing a 7-minute push. I should be scanning around his third base and again looking for the gas count. If there's no gas, again, it's more likely he's adding more gateways. He is adding a couple, but... If there was no gas, he'd probably be adding like 2 or 3 more, going up to like 10 gateways. He's only going to be on about 6. So again, scanning around 7 minutes at the third base would probably be a good idea for me. So I can see, you know, just get an idea of what his comp is. Even if I don't see the army at the third base, there it is. So it's about 30 seconds late, but I see the gas. I should know that with the Phoenix being out and the numbers he had, it should be Phoenix Colossus, and I should be adding a second starport. Second starport and a 4th base, and then trying to poke at the third base a little bit with these guys and kind of keep them on his side of the map. So that's what we're doing here. It's not committed at all. We're just trying to pick off what we can and then, you know, go back a little bit. I brought an SCV here for fun, so he's gonna build a bunker. All right. So already this is okay. We've killed some units. We've killed a few pylons. Now we just want to go home. Either go home or just kind of, you know, force him to run away or force these units away. This is where it goes downhill. I forgot about the Phoenix and we lose everything here for nothing. So that went from an okay little pressure to tragic in the span of about 20 seconds. So that hurts a lot. What was I doing during that? What was I doing? I was macroing. I was switching and building add-ons. I was not paying attention to where his Phoenix were until, oh, look, my units are dead. All right. So now at this point, it's pretty much game. He would have to massively mess up the next engagement, because I lost about 20 supply worth of army to nothing. Surprisingly enough, my army supply is only 7 behind his. But because my scan at the third was late, I didn't see the gases. I didn't calculate early enough that it was going to need the second starport. My second starport is just finishing now. So kind of because of that late information, now we're going to be really late with Vikings, and he should be able to hit a good timing with the Phoenix Colossus, where I don't have enough Vikings to target the Colossus down in time, and I don't have enough bio to protect my Vikings. So it's gonna look pretty rough here soon. It's gonna the push is coming from this Protoss. I can feel it. He's adding a few High Templar, and maybe he's waiting for Storm before he goes across. My upgrades are in a good place right now, though. We're 2-2, so that's good. The worker count's pretty close to even. The only thing that sucks is we're about 20 supply behind because we lost those 2 medevacs still. And even though I've got pretty optimal production, I think I've got 8 barracks. Well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 barracks, 2 starports. I think I've got the production I need. It's just a little bit too late. Too little, too late. So, what could we have done better? Not losing the medevac, scanning at proper times. I got the comp I want. I just don't have enough of it. So let's see here. We're about to engage. Get a few free zealots. That's nice. All right. And EMP. We EMP the wrong units. All right. So that's a huge mistake too right there. I get some pretty good EMPs off. Not that it's really going to matter in this fight. He has a way bigger army than me, but I'm just going to eat some massive storms here. And I think that's really going to seal it. Even though we've got the money to get a 4th base just like our opponent has. We get some free units and everything here. Like, and if you look at the supply down at the bottom here, this army supply, we're like 20 behind. We're 2 full medevacs behind. So that's when you think, okay, it wasn't that bad losing those units. He didn't lose any of his economy. Yeah, it's bad when you lose 2 full medevacs for free. So, and right here, we should be EMPing High Templar, not Phoenix. So I think I got a little trigger happy. I saw energy bars. I was like, ooh, energy. And then I I hit the Phoenix, who don't really care about their energy. And that's going to be all she wrote. He's going to reinforce with lots of gateway units. I have no way to really reinforce. He's already on some of my production. And you can see that is it. We're going to lose. So GG. Yeah. I think we went over pretty thoroughly where things went wrong, how we could have done things a little bit better. Mainly, I think it was just the right scanning timings, scanning the natural, because I didn't do the mine drop. If I'm not going to do the mine drop, I definitely got to see when those gases go down. I got to see when these gases go down. So those are important things to note. And then, paying attention to your units. When your opponent has Phoenix on the map, knowing, hey, my medevacs could be vulnerable just running through the back or middle of the map, anywhere on the map, really. Phoenix are fast and pretty good at killing medevacs. So, yeah, that'll be it for episode 5. We'll see you on Friday for episode 6. We'll look at his Zerg game.